I'm a chef, I'm very intentional with how I use my hands.
Yeah.
So whether I'm cooking or I'm spending time with someone I'm in a relationship with, I'll imagine the green light from my heart chakra moving down my arms into my hands, releasing that love into the person.
I love
Now,
that.
I do that because of my years of studying spirituality, and I understand how my hands can transmute energy, frequency, thought into another person, into a meal. And I really want more people to learn that so more people can feel loved by the person that they're with.
Yes. Oh my God. Hallelujah. Yes, please. More of that. Everybody. Put it from your heart into your hands and your food and your partner's body and your own body, your puppy's body, whatever, whoever you're touching, whatever you're touching, your car steering wheel, like consciousness, presence, bring your attention to what you're doing. Sometimes like I get real deep into presence practices, and sometimes I'm like, this is boring. There is a mundaneness to that level of practice. And so you have to kind of cultivate your ability to not be looking for some exciting distraction in order to actually be in deep presence. And then you kind of go through this little portal of, oh, this is just kind of boring. It's a little mundane. I'm just doing the same thing I always did, but I'm bringing this presence to it. Okay. But then you go through that do. And on the other side, you're like, damn, it's like I've never done this before. It's like this is a whole new experience. So it doesn't mean you can't still have the same sex you've always had. You can still do it in the bed with the door closed and the lights off and the quick rub down. You can have that. But can you bring a different level of presence to it? It will be a totally different experience.
Yeah. And then it's fun just to see how will they react.
Yeah.
So if you just change your mindset, you don't need to tell anybody.
Yes.
How will it change the experience that they're going to have? So if I change my mindset when I go to cook for a client, when I go to cook for a friend or a family member, and I have a particular intention in mind whenever I touch anything having to do with the dish.
Yes.
It's really fun to see what's the outcome they're going to have. Mm-hmm. So I like setting the intention is I will tell the food when this person eats it, I want them to feel this way. I want that to be so strong that they feel that way, they can't deny it. Mm. And so then I'll ask them when we're eating the meal, how does it make you feel?
Yeah.
And they will respond with the words that I gave the food.
Yes, of course they will. Intention is everything.
It is fascinating. So I like experimenting with touch in that way is how can I move the energy from my body? How can I see myself move it? How, when I put my hand on someone, if I have a particular intention of how they feel, how will that transfer into them? Will they be able to feel that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And only time will tell, if they open up to me and communicate, that's how they feel when I'm with them.
Right.
But I just think it's a fun experiment. So if people brought this consciousness into the bedroom or into relationship or their playtime, it doesn't have to be scary or intimidating or woo-woo.
No.
It could just be like just a more elevated experience. And isn't that like the whole point?
Yes, that is the whole point. Is to expand. Tantra is a Sanskrit word. It means tool for expansion. Tan is expansion, not tantra, y'all. Tantra. It's expansion, and tra is a tool or a weaving. So it's a weaving of expansion into your life. And with every expansion comes a contraction. But it's all in the name of a greater expansion. It's all in the name of a greater evolution. You hear that 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and it's like, sometimes it feels like we're not really getting anywhere, but we are. And so we have to trust that there's a bigger and a greater evolution at play inside of us and all around us. And then we can live a tantric life. We can live that high consciousness. Exactly what you're doing with your clients is tantric chefing, That's what you're doing.
They're so lucky.
They are so lucky. I want you to come chef for me.